What's up everybody, this is DJV. Welcome to Photo Critic TV, episode number 22. Welcome everybody. Visit www.photocritictv.com, click on click to submit. We'll take a look at your photographs on camera, online, like we're doing right now. If you want to check out my portfolio, www.dgbworldphotography.com, take a look, it's up to you. Let's get on with it. Episode number 22, we have again 3 entrants: Lynn, Kiki, and Shelley Ray. So guys, let's get into it. The first one's from Lynn. Lynn is from Swan Hill in Northwest Victoria and is shooting with a Canon, I don't know why I said Canon, Sony DSC-H9 Cybershot. And this photograph was taken at 15 times optical zoom. Wow. Nice, that's not bad, not bad. Normally when we zoom in that far, the quality depreciates, but in this case, it actually does look quite sharp. So let me just quickly read the little blurb. So this was taken at Adelaide Zoo, and it's a lemur, and Lynn is wondering if the rule of thirds really needs to be applied to this one. Okay, cool, Lynn, so rule of thirds. This particular photograph, I think the most interesting part are the lemur's eyes, and we want to place the points of interest on the third lines. So I think, yes, I think we need to place the eyes on the, I would have placed it on the top third here, so purely because that's where your eyes, as a viewer, that's where your eyes naturally navigate to first. So we want to place these points of interest there. Also, what makes me want to place the eyes further up the line here, further up the photograph here, is that there's a lot of empty space in the top third of the photograph. It's just black space, so it's not adding to the photograph. And I feel like I'd want to actually fill the frame in this case. So I would have moved the photograph, move your camera down a bit so that we can remove some of the dead negative space in the top here, and placed the eyes on the top third. And I maybe would have also moved the camera to the left a little bit so the lemur's more on the right. So you haven't completely neglected the rule of thirds. The head of the lemur is kind of on the right third line, which is great. So that's okay, but yes, I think I definitely would have moved the eyes up because the eyes here are kind of dead center of the horizontal. So that's fine, but I think let's not dwell on that too much. The photograph is really nice. It's a really sharp image. The lighting is great, and the eyes of the lemur really kind of stick out. Even though it's not placed on the third line, my eyes go straight to it. So I think you've captured this really well, to be honest. But just maybe a little bit of that negative space in the top third, I would have probably zoomed in and just kind of filled the frame a little bit more in this case, I think. But great shot, Lynn. Really like it. It's an interesting photograph. It's an interesting animal, and yeah, I like it. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next one from Kiki. So Kiki is in Melbourne, and Kiki's got a Nikon D90 with 18 to 200mm lens. Nice, very nice setup. In fact, I would say 80% of my photographs on my portfolio were actually taken with this exact setup. That 18 to 200mm lens is great. So Kiki is shooting, so these photographs were taken on Halloween, and she's saying they're a bit scary, I hope you don't mind. You may be giving me nightmares tonight, Kiki, so I don't know about this. I'm joking, let's get on with it. So Kiki, definitely these 3 photographs, it's all about the moment here. And you have captured a great moment. Great moments. Let's go to the first one. Cool moment, like I just said. I can tell here that you have done some post-production, and I'd be interested to know what you're using for your post-production work. I'm always interested in that. If you could just write a little comment or a note on Facebook or something and just let me know what you're doing for your post-production, because I can see that you've applied some kind of vignette, and a vignette is just where we darken the corners to kind of draw the viewer's eye into the photograph, and you have applied that here, and it's not extremely obvious. To me it's obvious because I do a lot of post-production work, but I think you've used it very well. So you've got it post-production, use it lightly, you've done that, great. The colour's nice, and I think this first photograph, straight away I know what your subject is, because it's the most contrasty part of the photograph, so great. Cool moment, cool expression, really does capture, I guess, the essence of Halloween, very scary. What I'd say here is, I think the problem with this first photograph is if you look behind this girl who's looking all scary, there's another girl with glasses on who just looks really happy, and it looks like she's just kind of talking to friends or something like that. That does kind of take away, I guess, from the environment, and also from the story, I guess, that's being told here. So it's hard to kind of weigh up between the moment and distractions, because we don't want to miss out on the moment, basically. So that's fine, I'm not going to dwell on that too much. Really nice photograph, Kiki. Yeah, okay, let's go to the next one. I really like this as well. It's kind of scary. These are actually very scary. No, I'm going to have nightmares about this. Yeah, I mean, I can tell exactly what's going on here. I think what I like about this is that the photograph's very simple, but we can still tell what's happening. Good moment, again. Actually, when I zoom in on this, I don't know if you'll be able to see this on the video, but I mean, this is me being really picky here. It does look a little bit blurry, a little bit out of focus. So I'd say that perhaps you're using a slow-ish shutter speed. So, and because this doll's obviously moving, then it's blurred a little bit. That's okay, no big deal. Nice shot. Third one, Kiki. Cool, again, really nice light, nice composition, nice expression, tells a story. I can't think of anything really too bad here. I love the expression, she looks kind of freaky. Again, all three of these images are really tell the same kind of story. Maybe I would have, no, I was gonna say tried to brighten up the eyes a little bit so I can bring a bit more attention to the eyes, because her eyes here are very scary and there's a lot of expression in those eyes, so, and you can't really see them too much, so maybe if you could try and somehow brighten them up a little bit, maybe that will make a difference, not too sure. Like the photograph, Kiki. Thank you very much. Let's go to the next one. Shelley Ray. So Shelley's shooting with a Canon Ixus 115HS, and this was taken in Seaside Heights, New Jersey, where Jersey Shore was filmed. Okay, cool. So typical house, I agree, nice symmetry there, great. There's only two things here that I can really say about this photograph. First of all, have a look at the strongest lines in this photograph are the horizontal ones, and here it looks as though they are going slightly to the right. So straighten your lines. I always go on about this, but we want to keep the horizontal lines straight. It does look like the world's kind of falling a little bit to the right there. Also, top right hand corner, sorry, I can see a bit of an electricity wire. Minor distraction, no big deal. Oh, by the way, if you're wondering where Aaron's been, he's MIA today, but he'll be back. I know you've been missing him. You probably haven't, but he'll be back. Shelley, so great light, great symmetry, good composition, but just think about the lines, straighten the lines up a bit. Let's go to the next one. Taxi, the four-wheel drive taxi here. What my thoughts on this are, if you want to me, this particular photograph, so what you're trying to do is capture the entire car. I think this crop, so how far you've zoomed in, I think this is it's a little bit too tight. The crop is a little bit too tight, so I feel like I need more space around the car. So what I would have done is this, okay? If you want to capture the whole car, step back and create some more space around it. If you wanted to make it a little bit more mysterious, a little bit more interesting, zoom in more and just don't show the entire car, just show a part of it. So perhaps show just the back, or come in from the right hand side of the taxi here and just show the driver's side door with the MIC taxi on it. But I'm finding that this crop is a little bit tight. Also the angle that you've chosen, it's presenting to us a lot of distractions in the background. So there's another taxi in front here which is the same color as the main taxi, and it kind of merges in with it. So I think, have a think about that. Let's go to another one from Shelley. Okay, I'm going to do one more from Shelley Ray. Okay. Shelley, okay, so this last photograph, I like this for a few reasons, and the first one is that it's a very interesting angle. Like I say often, the idea behind photography is to create an interesting photograph. So the angle you've used here is great. So you put the camera like right on the ground and you've kind of angled it up a bit. But you've chopped off somebody's head on the left hand side there. So what in this particular case, I would have just waited for this guy to walk past and then taken the photograph. But I do like how you've included the yellow taxi in there because that's very New York-esque. So very much a matter of, in this case, just waiting for the right moment to happen, because you've got all day. Just sit there like that, wait for it to happen. Don't chop people's heads off. I do like the light as well. You haven't used any kind of artificial light by the looks of it. Like when I say that, you haven't used your flash. So it looks like you've just kind of increased the ISO a little bit so that the photograph is a little bit grainy, but it's better than having a big artificial on-camera flash on there. So that's great. I do like the angle and the perspective. It does make it a very interesting photograph, but have a look at the moment. Don't chop people's heads off. That's it, guys. Thank you everybody for your submissions today. That's it from me. I'll catch you next time.